Hey, what's up? Now, chances are, if you train in combat sports, if you box, if you kickbox, if you train in mixed martial arts, you're gonna have bumps and bruises, you're gonna get some knocks. It's a bloody contact sport. You're gonna have some joint pain here and there. You just got to accept that as part of the parcel. However, it becomes a problem if it's long term, if you keep getting the same problem, and if it's affecting your training, and if it's affecting your life outside training, you need to do something about it. Now, it can be quite common when people begin, and there are two main causes really. It can be caused by the way that you're punching, okay, the way that you're kicking, or it can be caused by the things that you're hitting. So that could be perhaps you're using a bag that's too hard, too heavy to begin with, or perhaps your pad holder is meeting your shots too hard. You know, there are two types of pad holders that you don't want to be with. The ones who are like a piece of wet lettuce, you know, you punch them and their arm just goes flying, there's no resistance. But at the same time, at the other end of the scale, there are people who give too much impact. Now this is doubling up on the force of your punch. It's going to hurt your joints. So if you find that it's just because you're not used to hitting, it could be that you're hitting too hard for what your joints can take right now. So you need to train your body and then give it time to recover so that it can take the impact. If you're punching bags, if you're punching pads and you're not used to it, okay, it could also be your technique. So are you punching and your wrist is bending and flexing the wrong way? So if it's your own technique and you're hitting your targets wrong, it could be because you're not hitting with the two large knuckles. Boom. When you're punching through, it's quite common to hit with the bottom of the fist here, especially if somebody's wearing gloves and they're not too clued up on how to punch properly. If you're not using this part, okay, if you're using the smaller knuckles, your wrist can quite easily bend and flex. This is going to cause you to strain the joint, or worse if you keep doing it. So let's say you're hurting now, your joint's in pain, you can still train, but don't keep hurting the same area of your body. So if you've hurt your wrist, it could be, again, because of your pad holder, it could be because of the bags or the way you're hitting them. So you need to give that hand time to recover. You can still hit, but take all the power out. Just work on your technique, work on your accuracy and your placement. If it's particularly bad, then you want to start thinking about how you can treat it to help recovery. I think everybody should use some kind of cryotherapy or ice therapy. You know, you should definitely be using cold therapy to help you recover. So cold showers, ice, things like that, ice baths, build up to those. But they're very, very good for recovery. Now, what you can eat can make a difference as well. If you're one of the type of people that struggles from like long-term joint pain, you know, arthritic type symptoms, or, you know, you just, you know, say like you're a builder or you train all the time, so your body is constantly under strain, the things that you eat can make a difference as well. Things like meat, eggs, and dairy, they all cause inflammation. This is what you don't want, yeah? Whenever you injure the body, it becomes inflamed anyway. Inflammation restricts blood flow, so that's going to restrict the amount of nutrients, the amount of oxygen, etc. that you can get to the damaged cells to help them recover in time. So you want to be eating whole foods, plant-based foods. Yeah, you want to adopt a vegan diet, definitely. If you've not kicked the habit of eating meat and still sucking on a cow's tits, if you're still breastfeeding, you need to stop that. You know, not just for the health of the animals, but for the health of yourself as well. So you want to be increasing the amount of plant foods that you're having smoothies and things like that. I'm going to post a whole load of links below so you can do some further reading. Don't just take my word for it, look into the science as well. So definitely, if it's a long-term problem, you want to be looking at diet especially. That's really going to help you. And if you've got any more questions on this subject, leave them below and I'll do my best to answer them. And if I need to, I'll make a new video on the subject. But in conclusion, you really shouldn't worry about this. It's normal, you know, like I said, it's a combat sport. You're gonna have some pain here and there. It shouldn't be so much that it affects the rest of your life when you're not training, and it shouldn't be happening consistently. If it is, you need to really look at your technique. You need to look at your training partners, you need to look at how you're training in general, and you need to look at your diet as well. You know, it's been shown that plant-based diets, plant-based foods can be just as good for stopping inflammation as taking aspirin without the negative side effects. So you should definitely read into that. I hope this video gives you some help. I hope it gives you some things to think about. So go vegan and improve your skills. Peace.